Tonight, new at 6 o'clock, a call for tougher standards to prevent families from being evicted from their homes, which in turn can have devastating impact on neighborhoods. U.S. Senator Sherrod Brown says taxpayers are being left on the hook, and he wants to stop that. News Channel 5's Tracy Carlos joins us now. Tracy, tell us more about this.
Well, Leon, Senator Brown says he's not looking to punish the banks, but he says if they're not willing to work with a homeowner in financial trouble and the bank takes ownership, then the banks have the responsibility of the upkeep of that house. If not, the whole neighborhood, he says, suffers. And today, he took some action. Jeanette Smith finally achieved the dream of owning her own home. She bought this Cleveland Heights house in 2006, but things quickly changed.
It's been a nightmare. It's been a real nightmare.
A year later, downsizing left Jeanette unemployed, and her battle with the bank began. She says she had a buyer for the house, but the bank said no. The house went into foreclosure, then to sheriff's sale, and she was forced to move into an apartment.
I found that the sheriff's sale had been stopped. I could not get out of the lease. And so I was hit with violations from Cleveland Heights for having a vacancy. I did get a family member into the house until my lease was up.
Nationwide, 1 in 5 homeowners owe more than what their house is worth. In Cleveland, it's 1 in 2. Senator Sherrod Brown says banks are adding to the problem and need to be held accountable.
If the banks aren't going to work with the homeowner to keep them in the house, then and the banks foreclose, the banks need to keep up the property and for resale. And if they don't, they should pay a penalty for that.
Former Cuyahoga County Treasurer Jim Mercakis is now the director of the Thriving Communities Institute. He says this is not a Cleveland problem.
It's epidemic. It's cataclysmic proportions, and I don't mean to overstate it, but I see this in every big city in Ohio. So it's not a Cleveland-only problem. It's a Dayton, Cincinnati, Columbus, Youngstown, Toledo problem.
And Senator Brown released a letter today to the Office of the Comptroller of Currency urging stronger standards that will help Ohio families stay in their homes, help protect property values of neighborhoods and the taxpayer. In the newsroom, Tracy Carlos, News Channel 5.
Many thanks, Tracy, for your report. By the way, News Channel 5 has begun a community initiative called Building Better Neighborhoods. Log on to newsnet5.com to see how you can help us look into abandoned homes in your neighborhood. If you have one on your block, send us an email to bbn@wews.com.